The Sword and Fist trailer just dropped, showcasing all of the newest characters, like Super Saiyan Rosé and Anilaza. But that's not it. Even though it's just a character showcase, it reveals new hidden mechanics and features. Here's 10 key ones. Dragon Ball Super Goku and Dragon Ball Super Vegeta fuse to become Vegito, who then transforms into Super Vegito, who was only really shown in Dragon Ball Z against Buhan. You can tell it's the Dragon Ball Super forms and not the Z forms, as Vegeta's armor is a darker shade of blue compared to the lighter one in Z. We know there's most likely going to be only one base Vegito in the game, especially as he has no Z or Super in brackets. I think they'll make it so that both Z and Super, Goku and Vegeta, can fuse to become Vegito. Then, if you pick the Z forms, you can only transform to Super Vegito and you're locked out of Super Saiyan Blue Vegito. Dragon Ball Super Goku and Vegeta can fuse and transform to both forms. Future Trunks has actually got some new changes. Here, he's using Lightning Sword Slash against Rosie, and you can see in his moveset it's actually a super move. In Tenkaichi 3, it was actually base Trunks' ultimate move and not a super. Because his ultimate has pretty much been downgraded to a super in Sparking Zero, he now has a new ultimate called Shining Slash. Here, he rushes Ribirianne and delivers a final slash, which he used in his Super Saiyan form to slice Mecha Frieza in half. He's supposed to have that final ki blast, but I think they just left it out of the trailer. Here's the World Tournament stage shown in the Fusions trailer, and here's the stage shown in this trailer. Notice anything different? The Fusions trailer and the Summer Game Fest demo build had these weird green and orange hues on the corners of the stage for some reason, which a lot of people complained about. However, it looks like they fixed this in more recent builds. As you can see here, there's a lot less tinting. They're actively fixing any bugs they encounter before the final release, as this was confirmed in a recent interview with the Sparking Zero producer, stating that the main game is done, but they're polishing stuff up now. If you guys see some bugs or flaws, then I think it's important to point it out, as they're definitely listening and trying to improve the game. The V-jumps for this month were pretty mid, and it only revealed old information like the story mode and custom battles. Once again, they've shown that they don't need to rely on them for trailers and gave us 10 new character reveals. We now have a total of 100 characters on the Sparking Zero website, but there are also some characters that have been confirmed but not added here. Dr. Gero and Super Saiyan 1 Adult Gohan were indirectly confirmed in the demo gameplay. Chaozu was shown on a story mode screen, and Great Saiyaman was revealed in a PvP showcase. But putting those 4 aside, that means there's still 64 characters to reveal by October the 8th, which is roughly 3 months. You would assume that would be 3 end of the month trailers that each show around 21 new characters, right? Well, I think they're actually going to split them up into even more trailers because of external events. Bandai Namco announced there will be an Anime Expo on July the 5th for a 1-hour showcase panel, which will feature news and announcements for Dragon Ball, Gundam, Sword Art Online and more. I look back at last year's Anime Expo 2023, which featured multiple games and anime news, including Boruto Storm Connections, Sword Art Online, Sandland, and Jujutsu Kaisen Curse Clash, where each section duration ranged from 10 to 15 minutes long. I think Bandai will definitely drop the next theme trailer here, along with some news and demo showcase gameplay, which you can actually try for yourself if you go there in LA. That's probably another 10 characters added to the roster, but it doesn't stop there. Jump Victory Carnival is on July the 21st and Gamescom is on August the 21st, so there's lots of events for more trailers and demos to be dropped. If you're interested in Dragon Ball Daima, Comic Con is on the 25th of July with a special Dragon Ball panel. They'll most likely drop a new Daima trailer over there too. Going back to the maths, we've got 64 characters remaining. I think there's going to be 2 end of the month trailers in July and August that will reveal around 10 new characters. In between July and September, there'll probably be 3 events that'll have their own trailers, so that's another 30. and then in the middle to the end of September, there'll be a final trailer that shows off the last 14 remaining characters. Ribirianne was newly revealed fighting against Trunks, and it looks like her giant form was shown from the anime, where she becomes massive and grows butterfly wings. However, she's not a separate transformation, as she only has one slot on the hexagon roster screen and on the website. This is most likely her ultimate move, where she transforms to a giant and uses the move from the anime called Fist of Love against Android 18. I still don't know how she lost that fight to this day. The Ultra Instinct sign debate has been settled in this trailer. Well, kind of. It's revealed that Ultra Instinct Sign has got the same naming scheme as Goku's other transformations, with the super part in brackets. So he should be a transformation, right? That's what I thought until the final hexagon screen came at the end. All transformations on this screen follow the rule that they're adjacent to their base form. For example, base Gotenks with Super Saiyan 1 and 3 and base Broly with Super Saiyan and Super Saiyan full power. Here's base Goku from Dragon Ball Super, and he's surrounded with his Super Saiyan 1, Super Saiyan God and Super Saiyan Blue transformations. Ultra Instinct Sign and Mastered Ultra Instinct don't surround base Goku and are separated further up, which means that most likely Ultra Instinct Sign will be a separate character. The reason that Super is written in brackets on the website is because you can transform from Ultra Instinct Sign into Mastered Ultra Instinct, as they follow the adjacent transformation slot rule. So unfortunately, I don't think you can transform from base Goku into Ultra Instinct. If they wanted to let you transform from base to Ultra Instinct, they could have easily done that, as base Goku here literally has 3 free adjacent slots for Ultra Instinct, but they've definitely done this intentionally. I'm not sure if they're doing this because of the anime story, where Goku can't willingly transform to Ultra Instinct, so he's separated, whereas with Super Saiyan 1, God and Blue, he can freely transform to those forms at any time. Here's the potential themes that I think future trailers are going to have. I mentioned in a previous video how all these themes are comparison themes, showing off 2 different types of characters. But you can actually split this further into 2 different subtypes, attributes and character relationships. When I mean attributes, I mean stuff related to fighting, such as health, size, speed, etc. And here's the trailers that fit that subtype: power versus speed and sword versus fists. Likewise for character relationships, rivals, masters and apprentices and fused warriors fit this type of theme. So here's how that links to the next themes. This is the current roster screen, and the glaringly obvious thing to me is the lack of Z villain forms. They've clearly intentionally not shown any Cell, Boo or Frieza forms, likely for a theme like heroes versus villains. They could reveal characters like the multiple Z Frieza forms fighting against Goku, Imperfect Cell versus stronger Piccolo with a different costume, Super Perfect Cell versus Super Saiyan 1 and Super Saiyan 2 Teen Gohan, and the Boo forms versus Super Saiyan 1 Adult Gohan and Ultimate Gohan. Another potential theme is big versus small, as I think it'll be a bit of a waste to only have 2 giants in the game when Tenkaichi 3 had 14 giants. This could include characters like Grey Ape Gohan, Cybermen, Chaozu, Cell Jr, or maybe even someone more ambitious like Janemba. Speaking about movie characters, it is more unlikely now that we'll have them in the base roster, especially as this trailer is called Swords vs Fists and it didn't show Tapion or Janemba, who are iconic sword characters. However, I don't think you should completely rule out movie, GT or even OG Dragon Ball characters in the base. As I mentioned before, they still haven't revealed key characters that we know will 100% be in the game, like the Z villain forms and groups like the remaining Ginyu Force members. They even purposely didn't reveal Super Vegito in the Fusions trailer. Even though he fit the theme, they waited until the Sword trailer to show off his Spirit Sword move. I think the same could happen for these other saga characters, and they'll want to slowly build up the most hype by announcing them in the final trailer before launch. Maybe with a theme like beginnings versus endings. In fact, Tenkaichi 2 actually had a limited roster with less GT characters than Tenkaichi 3, so maybe they'll do the same for Sparking Zero. This one might be a bit of a stretch, but maybe some of these fights shown in this trailer could be new what if scenarios. We know they don't have to be accurate to the canon story, because they've shown fights in the past like Super Trunks vs Dispo. This trailer's ones could be something like Goku and Vegeta fusing with Potara to become Vegito to defeat Kefla. Then they fight Jiren after and lose because Super Saiyan Vegito isn't strong enough and Super Saiyan Blue Vegito's time limit is too short. It could also be Goku activating Ultra Instinct Sign early against Goku Black in response to how strong Super Saiyan Rosé is. Spopovich was newly revealed, and you might think he's a minor character, but he actually opens up a lot of new possibilities. With Spopovich in the game, it's now more likely that Babidi will be a playable character too. In Tenkaichi 3, Babidi was a pretty fun and unique character with his magic moveset, but there's actually two really cool mechanics with his ultimate. Firstly, his ultimate move does around 13,000 damage, which is roughly 1.25 bars of health. But if you grab first to suck up energy, then do the ultimate, it increases to 16,000 damage, which is 1.5 health bars. You can stack this effect up multiple times. Here's his ultimate after 10 grabs, which deals a whopping 32,000 damage, an insane increase that wipes 3 whole health bars. The second mechanic for his ultimate actually involves Spopovich himself. If you play the tag team mode with Babidi and Spopovich, you can do Spopovich's ultimate Majin Buu Resurrection, which sucks out energy too. Then, if you swap out into Babidi and do his ultimate, the damage significantly increases from his base 13,000 to 20,000. Funnily enough, whilst looking into this, I actually found a really old Tenkaichi 3 V-Jump which revealed Spopovich and Babidi together, so hopefully he returns in Sparking Zero with these unique team mechanics. While editing this, I found some new training mode footage, so I thought I'd briefly cover it. Firstly, Adult Gohan is shown with a new costume where he's wearing his outfit from the Tournament of Power, and his hairstyle is similar to Yamcha from the Cell Saga. You can tell it's Adult Gohan because of the character render on the top left, next to his health bar. The training mode visuals look pretty nice, helping you learn from the basics to the advanced. Definitely a step up from Tenkaichi 3. I remember for Tenkaichi 3, it wasn't very interactive at all. It was mostly reading blocks of text over and over again, and only some tutorials like Z counters gave you proper training. So I ended up mostly mashing buttons away to win back in the day. Let me know what your thoughts are on this trailer. I've seen a lot of people dislike this trailer because there weren't that many iconic character reveals. But personally for me, I actually enjoyed it because I really want to use fun and unique characters like Anilaza and Ribirianne rather than just using the same OP characters over and over again.